They're off and running now. They bounced out in a pretty good line too. Let's have a look at Past the Cigar. It hasn't got much early speed. And the Noir first out from Heads Eye Laugh and Solid Wood further back in the race. Then Go Davo Go inside Past the Cigar and trapped up a little wide on the outside. Lake Villa. Solid Wood going up outside Noir at the 800-metre mark, but Noir kept the fence from Solid Wood. One further back Heads Eye Laugh, a length and a half further back Go Davo Go. Lake Villa 3 deep and a half back in the middle is Past the Cigar. Only about 3.5 to 4 lengths covering them inside the 600. And Noir ahead in front of Solid Wood, 2.5 Heads Eye Laugh. Fourth is Go Davo Go, a length then to Past the Cigar being niggled at. Lake Villa outside it. On the turn, 400 metres to go, and Noir straightened up a half. Solid Wood, 2 to go. Davo Go, Heads Eye Laugh. Past the Cigar, 4 lengths off them back behind the horses, but down to the 300. And Noir has sprinted away, 2.5 in front of Solid Wood. Now Past the Cigar out into the clear, but he's a little awkward in his action, and Noir's 4 in front. Past the Cigar is closing rapidly, won't pick up the leader though, and Noir down to the post by 2 lengths. Past the Cigar. Well, he's a pretty good horse, the second horse. 2 away, third Solid Wood. Then further back Go Davo Go, a gap in the race, Lake Villa, and about 8 lengths last of all, Heads Eye Laugh.
Number 3, Noir, 230 and 140. 7 Past the Cigar, 170. No third for 4 Solid Wood.
On the Super Tab, number 3, Noir to return 230 and 140. 7 Past the Cigar, 164. Solid Wood to return no third dividend.
To number 4. 374. 3.
The Sweet Embrace keeping up just a little slowly away, and one of the best out, the New Zealand filly, All the Chat, going smartly as Addy Win. Third is Pretty Buttons, a length the Snapshot, similar margin Empower, Little Shoes, Venticello, achieving second last and 2 lengths to keeping up. Addy Win has got a tremendous turn of toe, and she makes the run past the 750 by 2 lengths. All the Chat, a length of Venticello wide in the middle. Next is Snapshots, and Pretty Buttons over on the inside, 5th from Little Shoes. A length Empower with 2 behind her, achieving and keeping up as they head down to the 600. And the pilot is Addy Win, about a length and a half Venticello, a length of All the Chat, and a similar gap to Snapshots. Pretty Buttons awkwardly placed on the inside from Little Shoes. Empower 2 achieving, and a couple further back keeping up. Addy Win around the corner leads the way. They'll run some time here. It's Addy Win about 3/4, Venticello, Snapshots, All the Chat, and 2 lengths further back is Pretty Buttons, still standing these leaders. A big start at the 200 metres. Addy Win a half length on All the Chat, the New Zealand filly, and then Snapshots followed by Keeping Up, who's rattling home from Empower. Addy Win just the leader. All the Chat having another shot. Addy Win clinging on from All the Chat. Oh, won't be much in this. Addy Win or All the Chat very close. Third, 2 Snapshots followed by Keeping Up. A big performance from Empower. Pretty Buttons disappointed. A good margin away next in the race was Venticello achieving an absolute, in the field came Little Shoes.
Close go 1 Addy Win, 850, 240, or 2 All the Chat, $18 and 350, and 9 Snapshots at 360. Back shortly to Queanbeyan. We'll just grab this number from Sydney.
All the Chat. Won't be much in this, and the judge calls for the a look at the print. Look at this freeze shot. Yeah, well, it's the ground shot, that point away, and that's Addy Win showing $8.20 and $2.10. It is a very close finish. You've always got to allow that little more on the longer shot for the outside horse, and the judge can't split them on the projected image. He's called for the developed print. Now, on this long shot, which is a truer shot than the ground camera, the inside nose has come down right on the line, and this is almost a dead heat. By gee, she's close. Number 2's got there. Number 2 is the winner, All the Chat, ridden by Lance O'Sullivan.
Open at the... They're off and running this time. Barkley on the inside has begun okay. Retrench out wide, bounced away quickly with Slider and Bonagilla Tom. Getting back in the race after the start now is Lucan near the tail. When they come down the side here, and going fast is Tycoon Princess. Over on the inside, Any Rhythm 2 to Bonagilla Tom, a half, then the outside Duke of Westbury 4th. 1 further back, Barkley 5th. A length further back in the race, then Retrench, being niggled at is Slider. 2 or 3 further back, then Lucan, followed by Swing King, who's back second last of all, Lady Bank. The leader, Tycoon Princess, 2 in front now from Any Rhythm, 1.5 Bonagilla Tom. Outside it is Duke of Westbury 4th, and then came Barkley, given a crack with a whip from Retrench Lucan, and then Slider, but around the turn, and Tycoon Princess tackled by Any Rhythm, travelling okay. It ranges up now. Any Rhythm to join Tycoon Princess, a length into Bonagilla Tom. They look to be the main chances. Any Rhythm put its head in front, but Bonagilla Tom comes at it pretty quickly. Bonagilla Tom going up to Any Rhythm. Bonagilla Tom going home better, grabs the lead from Any Rhythm, who fights back, but Bonagilla Tom Tom. Bonagilla Tom, 3/4 Any Rhythm. A length third, a good run, Lucan. Then on the outside, Retrench, and further back, Tycoon Princess Barclay. Slider, Duke of Westbury. A gap in the race, Lady Bank, and tailed off. $500,000 horse, Swing King.
Number 4, Bonagilla Tom, 480 and 180. 3 Any Rhythm, 220. 6 Lucan, 840.
4 Bonagilla Tom to return 460, 180. Number 3 Any Rhythm, place dividend 190, and 6 Lucan, 1070.
Got a kill.
Racing. And a pretty good start too. Immediately Smart Rain back to last. Encounter got away brilliantly this afternoon. It is about a head clear on Guineas. I think Guineas will take up the lead at any tick of the clock now. Yes. And as they travel about 250, Guineas about a neck on Encounter. A length and a half. Third is Mr. Right Wide. Special Day in the middle. Renoir Vista the inside, and just over a length the Smart Rain. Down the side as they come past the 700, and Guineas leads about a half length on Encounter. Mr. Right not having much luck out on the limb, followed by the newcomer Renoir Vista. Special Dane on his outside, and a length further back Smart Rain. Past the 600 they go, and Larry Cassidy allowing Guineas just a little more rain. Gets a break of nearly a length now on Encounter as they come into the home straight. A length away third Mr. Right from Special Dane, Renoir Vista, and Smart Rain last. In the stretch they travel. 300 to go, and Guineas in front, about a half length on Encounter. A length and a half to Special Dane, and then Renoir Vista down to the 200, and it's Guineas on the inside. He's fighting back. He's about a neck on Encounter. Special Dane running an improved race. Guineas in front, holding Encounter and Special Dane. It's Guineas. He's got to make it 6 out of 6. Oh, he's a good game colt, Guineas. A half-length Encounter. Third, Special Dane from Smart Rain with Renoir Vista. And Mr. Right was last. Very, very good horse, Guineas. And was paid today 150 and 110. 2 Encounter. Had his chance to beat Guineas, but simply not good enough. 160, and Special Dane ran a better race than he did at Canterbury, and no third dividend.
Super Tab 1 Guineas, 150, 110. Number 2 Encounter, 150, no third for 3.
Little horse, this bloke. Crown Jester, Foreign Bank, Woodland Stud own him, John Hawkes trains him, Larry Cassidy rode him, and he's run 109.81. 109.81, that's a little slower than the filly All the Chat took in winning the first, but by the same token, they didn't go at all hard in the first 400 metres there. Encounters by Terce from Fancy Babe, trained by Clary Connors, Shane Dye on Special Day, and a Danehill colt from Wing Space, Darrell Gollan from Toowoomba, Larry Olsen. 1, 2, 3, semi-forward, number 5, Smart Rain was 4.
They're off and running, and Brackenbury bounced away quickly with Above the Law near the inside. After the start, Valdezere was going back with Martago. Bader going forward and around the outside, Blazing Sun when they settle down. It's Blazing Sun going up to head off Brackenbury, and Baydour third now from Let's Cut Loose, 3 deep, but travelling forward. 2 or 3 Above the Law, Martago, Valdezere, Pride of Rancho, and Entertainer last of all. Up the back, Blazing Sun joined by Let's Cut Loose up on the outside. They clap a bit of speed on, but he keeps the lead on Blazing Sun. A neck in front of Let's Cut Loose, who's pulling hard second. 2 further back, Baydour went back to third. A couple of lengths into Brackenbury fourth. 1.5 Above the Law, a half Martago. 2 to Valdezere, and further back Pride of Rancho and Entertainer. Coming down the side, 9.50 out. Blazing Sun, a half in front of Let Cut Loose. 2 further back, Baydour. Third, a length into Brackenbury off the fence. Goes up fourth, a couple of lengths Above the Law. Inside Martago, 1 then on the outside, Valdezere from Pride of Rancho and Entertainer. Brackenbury 3 out, going up towards the leaders at the 600. Baydour waits for the run, and it's Blazing Sun just in front of Let's Cut Loose, and Brackenbury 3 on the outside, a length and a half, Baydour. Here's Entertainer putting in its run around the outside and travelling home well. Further back, Martago, and then Above the Law, but on the turn they race now, and out wide here Brackenbury got up to Blazing Sun. Coming at them, Entertainer out wide on the track from Baydour, getting off the fence. 300 to go. Brackenbury hit the front, drew a length in front of Entertainer from Blazing Sun, and then Baydour. Brackenbury in front, down at the 150, a length in front of Entertainer. Then Baydour, nothing else from behind. Brackenbury got clear, holding Entertainer. It's drifting out to the middle, but Brackenbury gets home for B. Thompson. 3/4 to Entertainer. The winner did shift out in the straight. Length away third, Above the Law from Pride of Rancho, Baydour, Martago, a gap Blazing Sun, Valdezere, and Let's Cut Loose.
3 Brackenbury, 370 and 150. 5 Entertainer, 140. 8 Above the Law, 190.
3 Brackenbury to return 320, 140. Number 5 Entertainer, 140, and number 8 Above the Law, 210.
Had a nice run on the outside of Baydour. The horse was travelling well, and he let it go out 3 wide, coming down towards the 650-metre mark, gave it plenty of galloping room. In front but wide around the home turn, with Entertainer going out after it. He straightened it.
Racing, and Quick Flick got the best of the start. Apple Danish a half length away second. Between them third, the imported horse Green Perfume, and then Sovereign State. Seeker going around the outside, followed by All Our Mob. Still a bit wide out and about 4 lengths to Pragmatism. At the end of 250 to 300, and Quick Flick leads the way, puts on the speed, gets away now by nearly a length on Green Perfume. Seeker in third spot, but caught wide, followed by Apple Danish. On the inside is Sovereign State. Length and a half to All Our Mob, and 2 lengths further back comes Pragmatism. In the direction of the 600 and the Canterbury Stakes, and the grey Quick Flick shows the way. 3/4 Green Perfume. Seeker wide from the word go. Followed in the middle Apple Danish. Sovereign State the inside. A length to old All Our Mob, and last of all is Pragmatism. Around the corner, Quick Flick. First for home in the Canterbury Stakes. A length and a half Green Perfume. Sovereign State. Apple Danish. Seeker's given up very weakly, and here comes All Our Mob on the outside. Quick Flick to the 200 metres leads the way about a length on All Our Mob, who's starting to close the gap. The old boy All Our Mob runs up to Quick Flick to head him, and then Sovereign State. It's All Our Mob in front, and what a marvellous old horse he is. All Our Mob wins the stakes. Quick Flick second, Sovereign State third, and then came Pragmatism, followed home by Green Perfume, Apple Danish, and Seeker. A very, very ordinary run to finish last, despite the wide run in transit.
1 All Our Mob Super Tab $4, 2.10. 3 Quick Flick $3.80. No third for 7 Sovereign State.
Paid $4 and $2. Was run to suit him, 7 years of age, 8 in August, and racing like a 4-year-old. Number 3 second, Quick Flick, M. de Montfort has paid $2.90, and there will be no third dividend for number 7 Sovereign State. And they jump 487,453 in the win pool of the winner. All Our Mob, a 7-year-old.
Racing. Nothing Like a Dane missed it about a length and quickly dropped to the back of the field with Peep on the Sly. An Iron Horse bounced straight to the front with Istedad following over second. The third is Perfect Bound. Fourth is Arctic Scent, and now Nothing Like a Dane went up fifth on the inside of Gold City, and 2 last of all Peep on the Sly. Up to the 1400 metre mark they raced, and Hall's got Iron Horse in front, out by a length and a half to Istedad. Perfect Bound third. Arctic Scent fourth on the outside, a length for the back. Nothing Like a Dane running fifth from Gold City, and 2 last of all Peep on the Sly. Up towards the top of the hill they race at the 1250 metre mark, and Iron Horse is out 2 in front of Istedad, who's out facing the breeze. Perfect Bound third on the fence, 3/4 into Arctic Scent fourth, and 1 off the rail, 1.5 further back. Nothing Like a Dane covering it up on the outside, the mare Gold City, and 2 last of all Peep on the Sly. Been a good even tempo coming down the side now at the 1000 metre mark, and Iron Horse nearly a length in front of Istedad, who's not allowing the leader to get away at the moment. 2 further back Perfect Bound, being covered up by the mare Arctic Scent fourth, a length further back Gold City fifth. Nothing Like a Dane over on the inside, and 1 length last of all Peep on the Sly as they go inside the 800 metre mark now. Iron Horse running along about 3/4 to Istedad from Arctic Scent 3 out and Gold City 4 out. Perfect Bound fifth back on the fence from Nothing Like a Dane now off the rail, and outside it Peep on the Sly. Inside the 600 they're bunching up now. Istedad going up to Iron Horse, little between them before the turn. A length into Gold City, 1.5 Arctic Scent, Peep on the Sly. Nothing Like a Dane's dropped out to the tail, and Perfect Bound about to get the run when Iron Horse shifted out. In the straight, Perfect Bound got up on the inside after Istedad, who drawn a half in front. Istedad 3/4 in front now from Perfect Bound. Coming back, they're clear of Gold City and Arctic Scent. It's Istedad in front with 100 to go. Thompson riding hard. Perfect Bound coming back at it. Istedad and Perfect Bound. Istedad just in front. Istedad, I'd say a nose on the post. Perfect Bound a length away. Third in the race, Gold City. Getting going again. Nothing Like a Dane. Fourth in the middle from Arctic Scent. Then a gap Peep on the Sly, and with him is Iron Horse. It's a photo.
1 Istedad, 3.30, 1.80, 2 Perfect Bound at 3.30, no third for 6 Gold City.
1 Istedad Super Tab, 3.50, 2 even. Number 2 Perfect Bound to pay $2.70, no third for 6 Gold City. Should be 1.26 there in Melbourne. Correct weight on the previous at the Gold Coast. Weight is right at the coast.
Thompson riding desperately out in the middle, about 3 away from the fence, with Perfect Bound getting up on his inside, and the whips were cracking. Coming down towards the line, but he wouldn't give up Istedad. He's put his nose out, and you'll find that he'll gain this. Right on the post over Perfect Bound for mine. Here's the number. Yes, number 1 gets it. Number 1's got it. Istedad, ridden by Brent Thompson. Rode the horse forward today, Istedad, facing the breeze outside Iron Horse. He reached the lead when they turned. Iron Horse shifted off the fence, and the run came for Perfect Bound, who pushed through. And they had a good battle, Thompson and Marshall.
Anticipate. And they're off. Unison jumped out well. Now, what is Di going to do here? Oh, out in no man's land and back to about 6th settling, and Mother's Gift straight to the front now. Second, Baroness Betty in third position as they settle down is at this stage Fiddlestick, closely followed by a Scorbig making leeway. Macrose is wide out. A length further back is Dreamcatcher, followed by Bewilder. Then comes Flight to Fantasy. Unison, he's back but still wide second last, and Peachtree Road the trailer. 700 out. Mother's Gift leads the way a half. Baroness Betty a length, a Scorbig and Fiddlestick, followed by Macrosa. 2 lengths Bewilder with 600 to go. Then Flight to Fantasy, Dreamcatcher. Peachtree Road second last and 3/4, nearly a length back to Unison, who'd be 8 lengths from Mother's Gift as they round the corner. And straightening, it's Mother's Gift, 3/4, Baroness Betty, wider Macrosa, Fiddlestick the inside. A length the Bewilder, and here is Di coming right down the outside on Unison as they travel to the 250. Mother's Gift headed by Baroness Betty. A length further back is Macrosa, Bewilder, followed by Fiddlestick into the clear, and Unison on the outside. It's Baroness Betty headed by Bewilder. Unison trying to pick up Bewilder. Bewilder still in front. Unison's got her. By gee, what a run. Unison from Bewilder and Fiddlestick, and then Macrosa with Peachtree Road, Flight to Fantasy and Baroness Betty. Mother's Gift beat 2 in. They were Ascorbig and Dreamcatcher.
Super Tab 7 Unison, the sub and favourite, 220, 140. Number 8, Bewilder, $2.70, and 4 Fiddlestick, $2.70.
8 Bewilder, $2.80. 4 Fiddlestick, $2.50. That's the New South Wales tote rundown. Well, you've heard the call. She started from the outside alley. As I said in the first 150, what's he going to do, Di? Well, he couldn't really persevere and move forward. He decided to ease back and was last coming on past the 500 metres, probably 8 to 10 lengths off the lead. And down the outside she came, and all this filly knows is finding the winning post. Got a big heart, and she's gone to the line to win narrowly but nevertheless convincingly. No numbers up at the moment. Number 7 Unison by Marauding from Zedegal, trained by Clary Connors. Written by Shane Dye, and as I have a look at the closed circuit replay, she gets the better of Bewilder in the last little bit and would score about a half a head.
Racing in the Oakley Plate, Can Grande began okay near the inside, and Moss Rocket out fast, and Spartacus came out running. Spartacus and Can Grande land in front, with Spartacus heading off Can Grande 2 to Street Talk, followed by Moss Rocket 4th. They're 4 lengths already in front now from another excuse outside at Rock You, and a gap to Ruffles, Blazing Reality, Royal Discard, Clang. Further back in the race then came on the inside. At the head of the others would have been Always a Chance and Prince Marauding. They went hard early, they backed it off, and Spartacus a half, Can Grande 2 further back, Street Talk. 1 then to Moss Rocket, 3 then to Rock You running 5th, followed further back by another excuse, Ruffles, a gap, then Clang, and well back Blazing Reality and Prince Marauding on the turn, and the leader on the inside, Spartacus from Can Grande on the outside coming after him, but Spartacus slipped about 3/4 in front of Can Grande, down to the 250, 2 lengths further back, then Rock You starting to pick up ground from Moss Rocket. Spartacus in front of the 150, Can Grande can't get him, Rock You on the outside coming home well, Spartacus hanging on, he's holding Rock You, Can Grande and running on late, another excuse, Spartacus wins the Oakley from Rock You, a photo for 3rd, it's another excuse or Clang on the outside, little between them, a gap in the race further back, Can Grande, he's finished up running 5th, then Ruffles, Royal Discard, Prince Marauding, further back in the race, then Street Talk, then Always a Chance, a gap to Moss Rocket, and Blazing Reality is near the tail, and they've run a track record pretty close to it after the Oakley Plate of 97.
3 Spartacus, 540, 180, 12 Rock You, 190 for 3rd, 9 Another Excuse, 680 or 7 Clang at 260.
3 Spartacus, Super Tab 520, 190, 12 Rock You to return 180. Now 3rd, 9 Another Excuse at 670 or number 7 Clang at 290. Protest at Queanbeyan, 3rd against 1st, has been withdrawn. They looked at the video, they've withdrawn the protest there.
But for the new Caulfield circuit, that'll be a record, 1:2.74 there. And a brilliant run, Spartacus landing in front with Can Grande outside him, and they'd broken right away. I thought he'd had to stop at some point, Spartacus, but what a game performance by the 3-year-old. He's done today what his dad could do, and that was snippets back in 1988, and that's when the Oakley Plate at Group 1 level.
Racing. Investigation from the inside away pretty well. Master Jolly and Elfin Ace jump very speedily, and as they settle down, it's Elfin Ace leading the way. Only a half length though on Investigation. 2 lengths to April Fool. A couple Master Jolly getting back now, followed by Carey Grant and King Midas wider out. Elfin Ace to a clear-cut break as they travel along past the 750 by 2 lengths Investigation. 2.5 third is April Fool. Just over a length to Carey Grant on the inside of King Midas, and a length and 3/4 to Master Jolly. This is the order as they head up to the home corner at the 450, and it's Elfin Ace the leader, a length and a half on Investigation. The favourite and second favourite in this order as they come round the corner. Investigation getting a little closer to Elfin Ace now though, and at the 350, Jay Cassidy shaking up Elfin Ace, and Die likewise Investigation. Elfin Ace inclined to shift out a little, got away from Investigation at the 200. A couple Master Jolly has made up some ground, and then Carey Grant. Elfin Ace in front. Investigation's having another shot at him. Investigation got the better of Elfin Ace, clear of Master Jolly, and Investigation came away on the line. A bit of a handful too, but it's Investigation beating Elfin Ace. He was a bit of a wobbler down the stretch, and third Master Jolly, followed by Carey Grant, April Fool and King Midas.
Super Tab, 1 Investigation, 260, 170. It was the sub. 4 Elfin Ace, 130. No third for 3 Master Jolly.
Near side, and despite the lugging bit, Elfin Ace in the straight also ran a wayward course, but Investigation was too solid and has paid 250 and 160. Second placing to Elfin Ace. Number 4 has returned 140, and there'll be no third tote for number 3, Master Jolly. So Shane Dye riding Investigation for the Woodland Stud, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding Zed of Inquiry. John Hawkes beating Elfin Ace, Ace K, Tiny Arch, Brown gelding 3, Jack Denham, Jim Cassidy, and Master Jolly by Bletchingley from Jolly, Graham Rogerson, John Marshall. 143. Fourth went to 2, and the time was 1:02:60.
They're off and running this time, and Shame didn't want to go early, missed it about a length and a half, and Moorwatt bounced very quickly. It's out in front now, Moorwatt, although pushing up on the inside of it is Del Sol, and Moorwatt just taking its time to cross over in front of Del Sol. 2 further back in the race then. Star Dancer whipped around the outside and is going to go forward up outside Moorwatt, who got down to the rail. Moorwatt with its mouth wide open, he backs it off now, Cooksley, and it's about a neck in front. On the outside is Star Dancer. 2 to Del Sol, third. Zuccarino, fourth on the outside, a length and a half cut up rough, and 2 to Shame last of all. Out in front is Moorwood, but he's against the horse at the moment at the 850, about a half in front of Star Dancer, 2 then to Del Sol. Outside at Zuccarino, the grey fourth, 1.5 then to Cut Up Rough, and 2 to Shame last of all. It's still Moorwood in front now at the 650 metre mark, about a half length in front of Star Dancer. 2 lengths Zuccarino, third. Fourth on the inside is Del Sol, 2 to Cut Up Rough, and 3 last of all Shame. Before the turn, 500 metres to go. Moorwood about a neck in front now from Star Dancer, and up on the outside Zuccarino, 3 out. Then Del Sol and Cut Up Rough when they turn for home. Moorwood down on the inside, got away a length and a half. Zuccarino at the 300 metre mark. Moorwood over a length. Zuccarino trying hard, then further back. Shame coming home late down the outside. Moorwood the leader. 2 in front with Shame starting to finish hard out wide. All stops out. Moorwood in front of Shame. He'll get home the 3-year-old. He's too good, Moorwood. A length and a half Shame. A length third Cut Up Rough. A gap Zuccarino, Del Sol, and Star Dancer last of all.
Winner number 6, Moorwood, 150 the win, 120 the place, over 5 Shame, 320, no third, 3 Cut Up Rough.
6 Moorwood, 150, 125 Shame, 340, no third.
Out to run any time today. Probably anticipating a few that want to put some pressure on him, so when he did lead, he backed the speed off. He got the lead over Del Sol on Moorwood early, and then around the outside came Star Dancer, who is content to keep up outside him. And he was able to just slip away when they turned for home, 300 to go, Moorwood. It was all stops out, a good couple of cracks around the tail. And Cooksley kept him going, but he did fine today, Moorwood. It was interesting to see the way that when he quickened, he dug down and found what's required in a group.
All right, we'll come back. There's correct weight on the Gold Coast on the previous race.
They're off in the Canterbury Guineas. Pretty good start too, and one of the best out was the favourite Great Command. It goes driving up towards the lead. So too is Kiwi Hero, and not far back on the outside West Point. King Ivor's trying to come across as they sort themselves out, and into the first turn Kiwi Hero the leader from West Point in the third spot, and going quickly Might and Power. Then King Ivor a length, the Great Command a length and a half to Flak Jacket, then into Gaze, followed by Don Tristram. He's a Dane. 2 lengths further back in the field is California, followed followed by Star Covered, a couple Le Grand Moose, one Ebony Grove and a length and a half to Babu's Boy. Down the back they go past the 1200, and Might and Power shows the way clearly, more than a length on West Point. Kiwi Hero is travelling third, and King Ivor in a handy spot fourth, and then comes Into Gaze, moving forward and pushing King Ivor just a little wider now from Great Command. A length further back comes Flak Jacket, He's a Dane, and 2 lengths to Don Tristram, California, Star Covered. Length and a half Le Grand Moose inside of Ebony Grove, and 2 to Babu's Boy. On the side, 750 left to go, and Might and Power shows the way, a length West Point. Third posse is King Ivor, followed by Kiwi Hero, a length to Into Gaze and 1 Flak Jacket. Great Command awkwardly positioned the fence. Ebony Grove starting to muster speed, and then He's a Dane, Babu's Boy. A break of a length into Star Covered, Le Grand Moose, California, and Don Tristram as last as they bunch up, coming around the home corner in the Canterbury Guineas. Might and Power first into the straight, a length on West Point, followed by Into Gaze, and then Kiwi Hero, 2 lengths to Great Command, who's into the open stretches now. Ebony Grove heads the others down to the 200, and Into Gaze after Might and Power, and quickly Into Gaze hits the front from Might and Power. West Point, and then comes Great Command, but Craig Carmody and Into Gaze race away with the Canterbury Guineas. Into Gaze wins it brilliantly. Second is Might and Power, Photo, West Point or Great Command for third, and then California, He's a Dane, Star Covered, Flak Jacket, Don Tristram, Ebony Grove, Le Grand Moose, Kiwi Hero, King Ivor, followed home by Babu's Boy, who was stone motherless last.
Super Tab number 2, Into Gaze, 570, 180, 10 Might and Power to pay 450, Photo third.
And $2.20, 570, 220. Number 10, Might and Power, ridden by Jim Cassidy, second, will pay 480. And a Photo for third, there's very little in it. 6 West Point returning 270, and 1 Great Command at $1.60.
For third, 6 West Point, Super Tab 280, or 1 Great Command 160.
And ridden by his former pupil, Craig Carmody. Craig indentured to Rod, of course, and is by Integra Into Gaze from Temper Gaze, a 3-year-old chestnut colt, trained by Rod Craig for C. Lee, L. Andriazza, W. Manicus, R. McDowell and P. Chin, and has won the Guineas and won it brilliantly. Might and Power, great battle. Might and Power, very courageous performance. And third, let's have a look at this replay here. It's very close indeed. Here it comes. Number 1 has got third, and that is Great Command, ridden by Lance O'Sullivan. So
On the track, Regal Crown out quickly. Right behind them, Cheval Place when they settle down, and further back in the field then Heart Reigns. I Love to Dance going out about a length and a half in front now when they settle from Regal Crown. Cheval Place is running third. Fourth is Heart Reigns. Around the outside, Fairway Lass from Baby Boomer. Back on the outside of Zaya. A half further back, Skyrocket from Akarana there, followed by Derobe. 2 to Miss Dugard, 3 deep around Tambor, and over on the inside is Fable. Coming down the side at the 900-metre mark, and the leader I Love to Dance. High balling out in front, about 2.5 in advance now of Regal Crown, second, a length, then Cheval Place third. Fourth, Fairway Lass, 2 lengths further back. Heart Reigns running fifth. Baby Boomer 3 deep, a neck on the inside, Zaya. 2 further back, Skyrocket, Akarana the outside, a gap, then Miss Dugard, followed by Derobe. Tambor back last on the outside of Fable before the turn. 550 out, I Love to Dance, a half length in front of Regal Crown, and Heart Reigns is now heeling up but out very deep on the track. Regal Place is right behind them trying to get a run. Fairway Lass took its run, but when they turn, and then Zaya in the straight now, and Regal Crown got to the front. Cheval Place got out and tackled it quickly on the outside. They drew 2 lengths in front of further back in the race, then came on the outside Akarana. It's Cheval Place fighting it out now from Regal Crown. Cheval Place in front of Regal Crown, then further back Zaya and Akarana, but Cheval Place will get up and win. Cheval Place scores from Regal Crown about a neck. Third home in the race is Zaya from Akarana, and they're followed further back by Skyrocket. A gap in the race then to Derobe. Further back then came Heart Reigns, with it Fable from Miss Dugard. Never in the race there was Tambor from Baby Boomer. Just coming in now is Fairway Lass, and after leading up, I Love to Dance has dropped right out.
7 Cheval Place.
Field totalling 10. They're off in the Canterbury Cup and away to a pretty good start too. Volakai, one of the best out, commencing nicely, was linesman. Kay Kinay's right up there and a couple top shot. Then the favourite, Hula Flight, a length further back, is on the extreme outside. He's back on track. Length and a quarter, Ken Quest, then Aurum Heights, Law of the Land, 2 lengths to Silver Reef. As they race almost 400 metres and head to the first corner, and linesman in front, a half length on Kay Kinay, not settling all that well. Hula Flight third on the inside, and then comes Top Shot and Volakai at the head of the others moving forward. forward. He's back on track, but he can't get anywhere to the fence. And then Law of the Land, Aurum Heights, and a couple, Ken Quest and Silver Reef. They race inside the 1400, going along the back of the Rosehill Gardens track, and so quickly has He's Back on Track gone. Had been out in no man's land, and the New Zealander runs to the lead at the 1200 by 2 lengths now on Top Shot. Linesman on the inside again, hunted up to hold out Top Shot for second spot. Hula Flight another 2 lengths away, getting a good run, joined almost by Aurum Heights. And then comes Kay Kanay, who's lost some ground. On his inside is Volakai, and then Ken Quest, Law of the Land, and Silver Reef is last. The Canterbury Cup field.